Hey folks, welcome back to the mountain. I know it's been probably close to a week since our last video, so we're going to go ahead and do a quick video today. What's been going on around here. Of course, the goats are here and they're doing great. We've been doing a little bit of work out by the goat barn. We've been clearing out here. There's a goat barn there. We've been clearing all out here. This so that we can have our friend with an excavator come in and pull up all these stumps. And then as you can see, there's the back of the house there. There's the garden and the dog pen, the chicken coops over there. Our fire pit's right there. We're going to be moving that in a little bit. A lot of this is going to become back lawn. And then we're going to be moving the chicken coop over there in the corner of the goat fence over there, from over there. And then that'll become more of our backyard. And this will all be smoothed out. And we need to have a road coming from the side of the house there. Come all the way back here and come right up to the barn, and then over that way towards the sawmill, which is right through the woods right there. So that's what we've been working on this week, getting all this cleared up, getting all the stuff cleared out of here, all these wood chips, like that pile right there from our wood chipper. But you know, there's more to do on the homestead than just stuff for the animals. We also have to do stuff for us, so that's why we're coming back here to the other clearing. You can see the barn is right there. So we walked around, we come down here. There's our lovely sawmill, some logs we're going to need to cut up soon. But the other thing we got to get started on, since it is August now, is firewood. So right now we got this big pile here. We got that big pile there. We got a smaller pile over there of all these logs we got to cut up. So that's where that Logosol stand that I showed you last week is going to come in for cutting all these up into log length. Stove length, but these here is also a bunch of stuff that's already cut up into stove length. This is some bigger pieces here. So we've got plenty of firewood, and all this stuff was actually cut down last year. So it's not green wood. We just have to finish cutting it and splitting it. So this stuff has all been sitting out for a year. And then of course we got last year's wood. That's all we had left. And then of course we still have to finish up the woodshed, which went on hold because of the barn. So in order to get all this, we have to work on something else. Oh, we need to get our wood splitter running. It's been sitting out there since last year with a tarp over it, and she doesn't want to run right now. This wood splitter is probably older than I am. I bought it about 15 years ago from a guy that had it under a tarp for 5 years, and we got it running. That's the little sign that came with it. That's all we know about it. I looked it up. It was made in Illinois sometime in the 60s. So it works great for what we need. So today I'm going to work on getting that thing running. Okay, so we took apart the carburetor, we cleaned that out. She's still not firing. I took out the spark plug and laid it against her. I didn't see any spark. So next we're going to try a new spark plug. Two other things I need to take care of. Right now I've got 4 chains for my chainsaw that are kind of dull. So we're going to go ahead and sharpen them up on the chainsaw sharpener. Let me see if I can set you down and have you watch this. I can sort of have you watch me from the back side here. Putting my chains on here, and then what we do is we just adjust so that it stops there, and then that'll come down and sharpen it right there. And that's all there is to it. One thing I do like to do, I like to mark the tooth I start on. I mark it with black Sharpie. And that way I know when I come back to it. You go every other tooth because they do face opposite directions. Now I leave the angle set up on this just because I use the same chains on my saw. I actually have 3 different saws, but I set the same angle on all my chains. That way I don't have to readjust for each one. So, sharpen my own chains this way. I used to do them by hand with files. I still do that every now and then. But this is a lot easier, a lot quicker. The difference is you do have to take it off the saw for this. But I run 4 chains pretty much constant, and I just wait till all 4 are dull and then I sharpen them up. It just takes a few minutes. It doesn't take all that long. And I really don't mind doing it. So that's all you're really doing. Just sharpening up that dull edge. Nothing to it. There we go, we've gone all the way around. So now what we do is we just turn the head, so we just turn this head actually, so it's at the other angle. So I'm at 30 degrees, and I'll just swing this the other way. So now it's 30 degrees here. And then as I pull, I'll go to the opposite one. We go this way now. Oops. And there we go. And there we are. So we can do these now. So I still have that one marked with a Sharpie. And we'll go ahead and darken it back up. And then we just go the other direction. I do a lot of cutting with my chainsaw, so I like to keep my chains nice and sharp. Just like a sharp chain, so much better. This sharpener here, Harbor Freight special, $29. It works great. I've had it for about a year now. And with the amount of cutting I do, it just makes so much sense to sharpen my own chains. You can bring them out, spend $5 or $6 a piece to have them sharpened, but that adds up over time. I mean, I'm doing 4 of them here, even at $5. It's $20. It's 2/3 the price of the sharpener. And this is probably, for this chain here, it looks like it's probably about the 3rd time it's been through. Some of my other chains have been through a couple more than that, so definitely worth the money. And once again, it doesn't take all that much time. It doesn't smell the greatest, all the grinding metal, but you know, and excuse the mess in my garage here. Especially my bench here, it's pretty messy. Pretty much the only time it gets cleaned up is when Joey comes out here and decides to surprise me with a clean garage. And there we go. That is 1 chain done. I get 3 more to go. Not a problem. Well, that's about it from the mountain today, folks. Just kind of a lazy day around here. I did a few things, took care of a couple items today. Things that aren't more animal related, like the barn and whatnot. Just, you know, the stuff that we have to take care of. Like, we got to get our wood splitter going. We got to get the chainsaw working right. So I sharpened up the chains. We're working on the wood splitter. Stuff like that that we have to do for the homestead all the time. So later from the mountain, God bless, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Good night.